Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing this week's Top 5 Wednesday, and this week's topics are books to read without reading the blurb. I am saying that because I find it really hard to say the word synopsis. I cannot say that word, which is really bad for a book lover, but yes, synopsis is not a word that I can say, so let's just get straight on into it. So some of these are best to go into blind because they are a lot better than what the blurb says. Other ones are totally opposite and they're just nothing like the blurb. So the first one I'm going to mention is Spellside by M.R. Carey. Now this one, I remember reading the blurb and being like, ooh, it's set in a women's prison in Yorkshire, which is pretty awesome. But then it doesn't mention anything about a ghost following Jessica around and how this ghost can go into dreams, and it's just very, very weird. I thought it was just a bit like this person she killed is haunting her, but no, it is a lot different. I mean, seriously, there's dream dumping, there's like kind of possessing people, there's fights. It is quite good. I don't think this is as good as The Girl with All the Gifts, but I would give this a read if you like your kind of paranormal kind of stuff. Next one is Primrose Path by Rebecca Griffiths. Now, I don't like this book at all. If you've read my wrap-ups and stuff like that, you will know that I don't like this book because it's totally different from the blurb. The blurb mentions stalking, and I thought it was about this girl who was being stalked, but you never see her being stalked by anyone. There's one line that mentions the black car being outside her house, but that is it. So I went in expecting this to be a great thriller, and it was just boring, didn't really lead up to anything. It was mainly revolved about the other people in the village and their backstory. The main character in this seemed to be just like distraction, but yeah, I did not like this at all. Next are on to some actual good books, so just bear with me a moment. I am going to mention The Hangman's Daughter by Oliver Pooch. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. If you read the title and if you kind of read the blurb, you would think it was based around the Hangman's Daughter, but it's not. It follows the hangman and his assistant, and then you've kind of got the daughter there who doesn't have a big role in the story. But this ended up being really good. Basically, the hangman, he's kind of someone who, I hate to say it, but has a brain, is into science. So when a family friend is accused of being a witch, he's like, whoa, that is not true. So him and his, I think it's his assistant, and his daughter kind of go on a little murder mystery tour, try and find out who's doing the killing. There's this guy with like a skeleton hand. It is all very, very good, and I am currently waiting to buy the rest of the series because I think there's 4 other books, and I just think this is a really good crime drama set back in historic times. Next one is All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood. Now this is one that I put off reading because I totally forgot what it was about. I read the blurb, and basically what I got from the blurb was that this is a romantic novel about a daughter of a drug dealer and one of her father's dealers. But then this is so much more. Basically what it doesn't say is that the kid is like 8 years old and she's got a crush on this teenager, and it's kind of saying about how it follows her through when she's about 8 up to when she's a teenager, and then when she's 21, and it's all about her loving this older guy and how, is it right what they did? Did he kind of use her? But then this girl is just, well, she's the daughter of a drug dealer. She is just basically left on her own. She is abused. She doesn't really know what love is until she meets this guy and she kind of latches onto him. It kind of makes you think about whether a younger person can really love an older person, and whether it is right, or whether that older person should have been like, no, I'm not going to touch you until you turn the legal age. But yeah, this is really good, a lot more than the blurb says. The blurb just makes you think it's just a normal romantic contemporary novel, but it is so much more, and it's a book that I think everyone should read because I think it is pretty important what it deals with. The last book, so I've just realised I've been going through this really fast, is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Now, I'm only mentioning this because when this came out, every single person, every single booktuber, every single reviewer was like, this is a YA version of The Night Circus. And from the blurb you can probably get that it's like that. I mean, it says Caraval's magic, mystery, adventure. It's set in a caraval, elaborate performances, and her sister's being kidnapped. I mean, look, judging from the blurb, you would think it's maybe night circus type thing, but it is not. I mean, seriously, when you read this, it doesn't really have many similarities to the night circus at all. So if you go into this, probably best going in blind. Do not think of the night circus at all, because it is so good. So yeah, that's just a very quick top 5 Wednesday. I mean, a lot of times I do go into books blind, mainly because I know what they're about and then I get it and then I forget because I've left it so long. So sometimes I read the blurb and then forget about it, if you get what I mean. But yeah, that's this week's Top 5 Wednesday. I'm going to shut up now because I'm rambling. So as usual, you can like and subscribe to this channel. My media links are down below, and I'll see you later with a new video. Bye!